You've got to be really proud of yourself. This is super complicated stuff for most. If this is really easy for you, then you're much smarter than me. What I've had to do to grow my wealth and pay very little in taxes on a multi-million-dollar mortgage income is have to read books. So what I love doing is I read a book a week. I've read a book a week since 2013. That means I've read over hundreds of books over the last 10 years. Now, a lot of those books are help me grow my mortgage business, but some of those are about tax strategies and how to grow my wealth through tax strategy. That self-education, that self-wisdom. And you pair that with having a tax strategist that's helped me really focus on how to on a weekly or monthly basis build infrastructure around me that is allowing me to pay less taxes, if not no taxes at all. So first, I want to go through capital expenditures. Moving forward, we're going to call this CapEx. CapEx is how you improve a property and then receive the write-offs from what you improved the property. This is in the tax codes. Think of it this way. The government wants you to improve properties. If you keep improving properties, what happens to the world? It gets bigger, better, more beautiful, more up to date. So they give you write-off abilities as you improve properties. It's common sense, it makes sense, but I've learned very well, it doesn't only make sense, it makes dollars. It's where you depreciate the property from the work that you've done to it, which gives you the tax write-offs. So I put roughly hundreds of thousands of dollars a year into capital expenditures, sometimes millions. That gives me a 2 to 3x return back on my tax return refund that allows me to pay that much in less taxes on those properties. I am not a capital expenditure CapEx write-off expert. I know enough about it so I can have an educated conversation. However, this is not a CPA class. This is not to do it yourself class. This is me planting a seed for you to choose to water it by hiring a tax strategist or going and reading more books about it. It's completely up to you. The second seed I want to water is about cost segregation. When I started learning cost segregation studies, it allows me to take depreciation on a property and set a 27.5-year depreciation, depreciate it down to a 5-year, or a 7-year, or a 15-year class, and some of a 1-year class. What does that really mean? So if I go into an apartment complex or a rental and I put in new countertops, new flooring, new light fixtures, new paint, whatever, each one of those things that I put in there new that I've improved the property is a capital expenditure, okay? But that capital expenditure, you can depreciate that and you can do a cost segregation study that offsets the taxes you would have to pay. All this means is there is legal ways for you to pay less taxes on your mortgage income by actually learning these different tax strategies. Unfortunately, with some loan officers that I meet, they end up getting really frustrated. I'm making $1 million a year, I'm paying all these taxes, but they choose not to educate themselves and they choose not to hire experts. However, what I've learned is you don't want to complain about what you tolerate. So if you choose not to educate yourself by hiring a tax strategist, if you choose not to read books, I can't help you from there. So what I want to go through next is, now that we've talked about paying less or no taxes on your mortgage income, now we're going to talk about how to build a lifestyle that is lived off extremely well lifestyle, but it's lived off passive income. So 100% of my cars, my houses, my boats, everything I've got on my lifestyle, country club memberships, it's paid by my residual income. My residual income funds my lifestyle, and I use my mortgage income that I don't pay taxes on to go invest and grow my wealth. Repeat, 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 repeat. See you at the next video if you want to learn how to have a lifestyle on passive income.